Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here, and we're back to complain more about Mega Man X7. Like right here. I just said I wanted to go to the stage select, and then you have to say you want to go to the stage select again. But the default option is, no, you don't want to go to the stage select after telling it you want to go to the stage select. The best part of this game. The stage select music. Even though it loops, it has a very short loop, I enjoy this music a lot. Here's another thing that we can't skip, or we cannot make this text go faster. We have to hear about all of these different stages. Use the Ride Chaser and find and destroy a time bomb in the circuit. I don't think so. The Lava Energy Factory suffered from an attack. Recapture. Oh gosh. We're not going there first. Take back the radio, the central radio. Well, that's a short still. Why? Why do we need to... Oh, the battleship. I remember that place too. Okay, but the first place we want to go... Oh, I did mention last time that X is not a playable character yet. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. So, to do that, you guys remember the rescue Reploids from Mega Man X6. Specifically the X6 variety, because those could, like, die and have important items and power-ups. Yeah, that's returning for Mega Man X6, because that was such a great feature to bring back. So this time, in order to unlock Mega Man X, you have to rescue 64 Reploids. And there are 16 Reploids in each stage. So do the math, we need all the Reploids from 4 stages. That's what I'm going to aim for. Okay, you want us to stay in teams of 2. Okay, I got it. I can select teams of 2. I do not need a tutorial on how to select a team of 2. Oh my gosh, just let me select the characters already. You cannot make this text go faster. I picked Zero. I know, I need to pick Axel. Do not give me another pop-up message. Also, make teams of 2 when there's only, 2 people to choose from, since we can't play as X. Almost 3 minutes into the video, and we're finally just getting into a stage.
Ready?
This is a wonderful sign here. Okay, so, if you go left here, there's a 1-up. Okay, so, yeah, Zero, yeah, see, you can't play Zero as a fast character. No, I don't want to listen to you, Alia. And this is where I say Axel's pistol does not do enough damage. And then again, those guys just have an absurd amount of health, but regardless. What I want to do is rescue as many Reploids as I can using Zero, because some of the Reploids will contain energy up and health up, and I want as little of that going to Axel as possible. Because as soon as we unlock X, guess what? Axel's going away, and the only time we're going to use him again is if we need his hover. That spot right there can be very dangerous. If any enemy shot or projectile or enemy themselves comes in contact with the Reploid, it will like instantly flatten them. They'll be dead, and just like Mega Man X6, they'll be gone. You'll never get another chance to get them. So yeah. And they can also get crushed by that giant boulder. So Soldier Stone Kong, his stage is... Would I call it the best stage? I don't know. Least horrible stage is more like it. Although most of the enemies here, especially those little bee enemies, you'll want to use Axel for them. Again, just because Zero's sword swinging is so slow. There is, if you hover over here, there's Fred. We can help Fred. Yeah, they all have names. Yeah, they all had names in X6 as well, but, now there's another... Well, we'll talk about that at the end of the stage. Other things to do here, well, let's bring out Axel again. He just kind of auto-targets things. I guess that's good. switch to 0 to get that, because it's whoever touches the Reploid would get the bonus from them, with the exception of the chip bonus, which we'll get to at the end of this stage. As far as Soldier Stone Kong himself, I don't really care if we kill him right now or not. That's not really my concern. I can come back later and do that. I'm most concerned about just getting the Reploids rescued. So I want to... My goal is to pick the easiest 4 stages to do that at. I'm just checking if there's something else I can hover towards. And... okay, let's get rid of... If you get rid of this thing, yeah, that's not a very well-hidden life up. Not that I really mind. I suppose I probably should have just saved that for X. Yeah, oh well. That one you have to hover for to get. Ooh, this one, yeah, we're just gonna dash to him. One good thing, though, about this rescue Reploid system, if the Reploid can't possibly be killed until after it materializes on the screen. So, I mean, as long as you have quick reflexes, you can get most of the Reploids. Alright, so that is me using the Copy Shot ability. Now, here's the annoying part. Now, this particular form lets us walk on spikes, which you need to do in order to get over here. Now, the annoying part about this form is you cannot switch to 0, and you cannot switch back until that energy gauge at the top just wears out. You have to wait for it to wear out. And no, I am not going to try and jump over that gap, because that copied form does not have... it doesn't have double jump or hover or any of that. Or even dash jump in the air. Now this is me attempting to not take massive amounts of damage, but I need to copy this thing again to walk on the spikes to get back. And of course this thing has a ton of health, and the Copy Shot, while it's a charge shot, doesn't do any more damage than regular Buster, but you also don't want to end up doing too much damage to the thing, so it becomes really annoying. I don't care if I take it out or not. That's a fairly strong attack. And you can see we have another guy to rescue there. I really should have just waited for 0 to rescue that one.
Can you hear me, Axel?
Oh gosh, shut up. I'm glad listening to her is optional. That is one of the good things that this game did. Alright, we need to help Isaac, but I don't want to do that with Axel, so we need to switch to 0 here. Oh, we do need... we've got another guy on the bottom there that we're gonna need the Copy Shot to get. I mean, you don't really need the Copy Shot to get it. But yeah, I can't switch back, I can't make the energy drain faster. I just want to go back to 0 and double jump up there to help Isaac. So yeah, my goal, at least in my practice runs, is to figure out, you know, which 4 stages would be... And then I die anyways. Wonderful. Well, there's what death looks like. You don't explode or anything like that. You just, like, freeze where you're at, and then the character, like, lets out a scream, and then you just, like, turn into a ball of light, and then that's it. It's a very anticlimactic death sequence for a Mega Man game. I don't have the time or care to deal with you. Axel, fix this. Yeah, a lot of the enemies in this stage are best dealt with by ranged attacks, which is why we're using Axel mostly. If we had X, we'd be using him, but... And no, I'm not just going to let that go. I'm not going to let that go until we get X. Even then, you're going to see that... Okay, so I was mentioning the 2 Reploids per stage that have special chip data. At the end of this stage, you will be required to use the chip data on the characters that you have, giving them permanent upgrades. Each character has a total of 12 slots, 3 different categories that they can upgrade with chips. So if you do the math, that's including X, that's a total of 36 spots for chip upgrades. If you do the math on the 2 Reploids per stage, you see that there's not any, there's only 18 chips. 18? No, 16. I can do math. Which means Axel's not going to get any chip upgrades, because I don't care about him. I mean, you could upgrade Axel. You don't get to shoot dual-wielding pistols. You don't get to, and I mean, one of the things is you can upgrade his attack power, and you won't notice that much of an upgrade because his attacks are super, super weak. Unfortunately, we're going to have to use them against the bosses in the meantime, because with Zero being super slow, you generally don't want to be getting close enough to the boss to initiate Z-Saber strikes. And we'll rescue Kevin there. And if we come up here, we're going to switch to Axel and hover left here. This thing is a capsule for X. So we have to come back here with X in our party, and not Axel. And yeah, a lot of these stages, if you think this is going kind of slow, this is about as fast as it's going to get, folks. I mean, it is a little bit fast-paced action, but Zero's sword slashes are just slow. Basically, just take the challenges on. Biggest advice for this game is just kind of adapt to the slower pace of the game. Oh, I want to get that. And don't try to play it like you would play like X4 or X5 or X6. Because it's just not going to go well for you. You got to play it like it's Mega Man X7. And once you start adapting to that, it's not... the game's more manageable. Most of this game isn't that difficult, especially if you kind of know... there's a few tricky spots. And there's a few cheap spots, too. We're going to get to a cheap spot really soon here when we fight the boss. So to fight the boss, we got to deal with whatever the heck this thing is. Just keep shooting at the mouse of all these things. You're going to see them turn bright gray like that. That means they're done doing their thing. Just gotta get the rest of them to turn bright gray. Yeah, it's pushing us. Usually when you get to like the last 1 or 2, it's a little easier to shoot them with hit them with Zero. And I actually made this look really easy. It's usually fairly difficult to get the last couple of them, but yeah, we got that very quickly. But yeah, those things aren't difficult. It's just a time annoyance. And now we get to fight Soldier Stone Kong on this battlefield.
Stone Kong. How could you, of all people, do such a thing?
He can't be that wise if he's with Red Alert.
We have already strayed from the path.
The boss music here that's playing, it's okay, it's memorable. I don't dislike it. It's pretty decent. Not the best, but it's decent, it's serviceable. Again, it's one of the better parts of this game, so I'm not going to trash it too much. I've got plenty of things in this game that do need to be trashed. Yeah, so any of the... okay, here's the cheap part. Yeah, immediately as the battle starts, Soldier Stone Kong dashes towards you. There is very little hope you have of avoiding it. Well, that could have been done better. You do need to basically double jump your way over that thing, and then not go to where it's going to collide into you. See, this is why This is why fighting Mavericks is Zero is not the best idea. But since we died at 0, we started at 0. Yeah, you have to double jump right away. So if you don't start at 0 in this fight, I guess it sucks for you because you're taking damage. That's just terrible design. That's some of the terrible design along the lines of X6. But what we want to do to battle this guy is just stay one platform away and just blast at him. When he goes into this phase, what you want to do, you can blow up his sword too. Maybe you'll blow up his shield, I don't know. It's not important to blow those things up. This is a mistake, because you see, you just take damage. So, fight him from a distance. Yeah, I know his little... That attack is not difficult to dodge at all. All you gotta do is jump over it. You don't even have to time it very well, because Axel can just hover. So yeah, just stay... Just don't stay on the same platform as him. When he jumps up there, just swap to 0. You might be able to hit him. That was just poorly done on my part. But yeah, double jump over that. Yeah, that's how you dodge that. And if you're not on the same platform as him, you're going to have plenty of time to see that attack coming. And what are you doing? Oh, here he comes. Like I said, I don't really care if we kill this guy or not, but since we're here, he's here, we're gonna try to kill him. I did in a practice run get like a hit on his back when he was climbing that thing with 0. That's why I keep trying to do that, but I'm not going to put too much effort into it and just focus on the dodging aspect. Yeah, Soldier Stone Kong, probably the easiest Maverick to fight. Well, actually no, the next one's going to be pretty easy too. Honestly, most of the Mavericks in this game are not that difficult to fight. I think I hit his shield there. And I felt that my first time playing the game as well, so I didn't find any of the weaknesses my first time playing this game like 15 years ago. So I couldn't tell you what they're weak against. It doesn't matter. Just keep your distance and shoot them. They're not hard to dodge. So yeah, that is Soldier Stone Kong down. And now it's time to get into those chip things that I was referring to. But first we have to have a painfully slow results screen, because why wouldn't we? It's Mega Man X7. So that creates a frontal shield. It's a small shield. It's probably not good. I don't know. I barely used any of the special weapons in this entire game when I did play it, so I'll try to make use of some of them. Again, I always feel that with the special weapons in the X series as a whole, there's very few of them that I end up making, you know, heavy use of. They just don't feel as necessary. Okay, so yeah, Axel got a couple life ups. That's fine. And this is the Rescue Reploid list. This will let you know if you killed anything or if you've missed anything. But we got all of them because, you know, I had a test run and all. So yeah, I want to go to 4 stages where it'll be pretty easy to find and rescue all 16 of the Reploids. And that's going to continue with the second stage. And you can see 2 of them dropped chip data. There was one that gave us a 1-up. Okay, so we got Dave and Simon. Their names don't matter. They don't matter at all. So yeah, they use chip data. Yeah, you cannot save this chip data and then just give the chip data to X when you recruit him. No. As soon as you get the chip data, you have to use it right now. And you cannot change once you allocate these chips. So we're going to give him to 0. I don't mind powering up 0. We're going to increase his buster power. Increase max saber combo by 1. It's really not that good because his saber swings are so slow. So we're not going to worry about that. We'll give him the super recover, and we'll give... we do not want to. Another thing that's annoying, here is, notice it defaults you to no, so if you click no, you have to redo all of that, including all that text saying, oh, Reploids give you chip data that you can use to power up, and you cannot scroll and make that go faster. We're gonna save it, and I'll see you next time, where I'm sure we'll have a ton of fun.